Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Build a Desert City, Episode 10. Now originally, Episode 10 was going to be the finale of our Desert City build, but we had a change in plans. So for today, we're building two different things. We're building the main roads throughout the city, and we're going to build the barracks. In the comments of the last video, Barbie suggested we build a barracks, so I thought, why the hell not? Let's do it! So that means there's still going to be one more episode after this, which is when we're going to place our houses throughout the city. So, first part of the video is going to be building the main roads. So I start off at what's going to be the front of our city. And from there I work my way into the remainder of the city, spreading these roads. The roads are a pretty simple design. They're the same design we used in the marketplace because I want to keep things consistent. So you have your gravel pathway, which isn't 100% gravel, there's still sand in there. I just want the pathway to look worn. And then alternating on each side, we add light posts, which is 5 fences up, 1 fence out, and then a glowstone beneath the one that goes out. You'll see it in a bit here. Right now I'm just finishing up this main road. Right here you can see me adding in those fence posts in the distance. We're going to zoom in a bit here to get a closer look as to how these roads look. So this road is going to be heading towards the harbor and eventually meet up with the market. And you can see those light post designs, the 5 up, 1 out, and the glowstone beneath that one. Simplistic design, very effective, strongly recommend it. And then it's time for the main trade road. Along this road, I might consider adding some trading tents because this is the main road traders will be taking from the harbor to the marketplace. So I wanted to differentiate it because, you know, every city has like a main road that it's known for, or not necessarily a main road, but a road in particular that stands out. So for example, New York City has Wall Street, has that nice bull there, and it really helps differentiate itself from the rest of the roads. It's a special road. And that's what I want to do with that road in the future. And then with the roads done, we move on to the barracks. I don't want the barracks to outshine the castle, so I decided to go with a much more smaller, simplistic design that still looks like a barracks. So right now I'm outlining the build. The red is going to be the walls. The 2 green squares are going to be the garrisons, where the city guard can stay and sleep, where they spend their lives. The pink building is going to be the officer command center, and the 2 orange squares are going to be the towers. With all that said, let's get into the garrison part. It's just a simple, solid sandstone block, and then what I wanted to do was have a peaked triangle roof, similar to majority of the garrison buildings you see at modern military bases. Now time to design the face of this building. Splitting it up into panels, like we did with the houses, is a very good idea. The 2 side panels, the left and right one, are windows, while the center one is going to have the door into the garrison. And then adding some support struts and columns to help support the overhanging roof. And then we're moving on to the side and or back, I guess. Just filling in the sandstone and then coming with a simple design similar to the windows on the front, except these ones are much wider because it's only a single panel wide. And then I wanted to add a nice little attic roof into the top there. And then we copy and pasted it over to the left side like that. And now we have both our garrisons for our troops. Now we're on the front of the barracks. We make our walls similar to the way we had our marketplace ones, and then it's time for the tower. The tower is a solid square with some detailing effects and some carving in. I had originally designed it and I forgot to film it. So when I copy and paste it over, you guys didn't really see me making the core structure, but you see me detailing the side bit here, which it's not as good as the whole thing, but it's still something. And our gate is going to be similar to the castle, because I wanted the gates to be universal among our city, because you're not going to change the design of your gate, you're going to go with the one that works best, right? And we're crowning it like we did on the castle build too, and ending in our fence, which is the actual portcullis, I think it's called? Yeah. For the last part of our build, we got to finish up the command center. The command center is going to be a solid building, and this is where, you know, all the high-ranking officers, or just if there's a meeting happening, this is where all the town guard will go to get briefed on a current mission that needs to be done. The building itself is going to consist of 2 tiers. The lower tier is going to be the wider base, and the top tier is going to be much smaller, but still substantial. The border between the two tiers is outlined by the redstone roof to help differentiate between the two. And then moving on to the front. Originally, our original design looked a little bit like a certain object that boys have, so I decided to change up the design a bit. The roof on top, the second tier, is sort of mimicking the effect we have on the bottom tier, but on a much smaller design and taller too. It's been stretched out and squished together, I feel. Originally I wanted to add a window in there, but then I realized it's solid, so we stuck with the glowstone. Glowstone is a great alternative to glass if you have a solid build, because your excuse is, oh, they just have the lights on in their house, and it looks like glass. In the courtyard of our barracks, we have a couple of different items. We have an archery bullseye and a couple of dummies. The dummies are made by adding a fence post, a wood block, and a head on top of that, and then 2 levers on the side for arms. And that's it for this episode. We have finished our roads and our barracks. You just see how they look interwoven into the city now. The roads look official. As we pull back past our obelisk, you'll see our barracks to the right of it. It's small, yet efficient. I feel like it does accurately represent what a barracks is, while not overstepping what is our castle. It does not take away from the grandness of the castle, I should say. And man, I'm happy with the way this turned out. So next episode, we're going to finish up the housing, and hopefully our project will be done. If you like this episode, please drop a like and subscribe. Bye then.